emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Welcome to the Final Order Report, your last chance to get in on upcoming comics before they head to print and the numbers are locked in. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on what hits our shelves starting on Wednesday, October 15th, and what you need to pre-order by this Monday, September 22nd at noon. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or access your existing account to order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let me show you how to get there. Once you sign into Comichub, you'll see the orange banner. That's everything that's assigned to your account, waiting for you to pay for and pick up or have us shipped to you. Behind the green banner is all the carousels we will be looking at today. And the first carousel is just a general search. Below that you got preview pages, search arriving soon. That's everything that's on our invoice for arrival this Wednesday, September 24th. That's the one. Below that is the search orders due Sunday. That's the Last Call Carousel. That's the one we will be showing you and using today. Below that is searching events. That's for all the crossover events and big events that are happening between the big publishers. All right, let's move right on over to the Last Call Carousel. You'll see that you got all these cool graphics for the covers on FOC this weekend. Above that, you got the red buttons that filter by alphanumerics, and then you got drop downs for publisher, category, brand, etc. Now that I've shown you around, let's get into the content. Our first thing today that we'll show you, let me back up there. And first, let me thank our big fans and friends over at Klezmageddon for supplying our soundtrack today. And the first item, first grouping that we'll show you today is all the small press titles. Let's move right on over to that. We'll start out with this brand new one-shot from Ahoy Comics. You can kind of see the full title there. It's the Thanksgiving one-shot, an intense, timely one-shot from Mark Russell and artist Morissette. Thanksgiving, a day when American families come together until the strain inevitably tears them apart. But for one family, the cruel and deadly secret of the turkey neck killer binds them together in the saddest, most shameful way possible. For Mark Russell, Morissette, and Ahoy Comics, it's the Thanksgiving one-shot, available on October 22nd. And over at Mad Cave Studios, we get a new issue of Flash Gordon. That's issue number 12 from Jeremy Adams, Will Conrad. Gotcha Man number 13 with this swell Inaki Miranda cover. Racer X number 2, that just debuted recently from writer Mark Russell and artist Nuno Platti with this cover by Francesco Tomaselli. And Terror Bites. This is a new series from Mad Cave Studios. In an age where technology intertwines seamlessly with our everyday lives, Terabytes delves deeply into the shadows of our digital existence, exploring the uncharted territories of human consciousness shaped by technological evolution. This new series pushes the boundaries of speculative fiction, presenting stories that challenge the very essence of identity, morality, and reality in a hyper-connected world. In the first issue, a headset that lets users relive their greatest memories at the moment of their death extracts a brutal price from writer Mark Russell, one of the hardest working writers in comics, who is joined by artist Felix Ruiz, and we get an A cover by Juan Doe, a B cover from Dave Chisholm, and that drops on October 15th. From newer publisher AMP Comics, we've got a new 3-issue miniseries entitled Stake Presents Jessamy #1 from writer David A. Byrne, and artist Francesca Fantini, who did this A cover. I believe we're also getting this debut on Local Comic Shop Day. A little bit more about that later in the show. Also get a B cover from Kiss Kiss, and this debuts on October 29th. Over at Oni Press, we get a new issue of EC Catacomb of Torment with contributions from creators across the comics landscape, including this Dustin Weaver cover. And a second issue of Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa. The first issue just debuted this last week with swell art from Juan Gideon, who did this A cover. And then we get a debut of this 3-issue miniseries, also holiday themed. Yuletide #1. Have you ever wondered why our brightly colored and joyously cheerful Christmas festivities are held at the peak of winter's frigid darkness? This is no mere coincidence, and now the truth about the monsters the Yuletide holds at bay will finally be revealed in a gleaming gift of epic holiday adventures from creators George Northey and Rachel Arano. Welcome to the small town of Christmas, Pennsylvania, the merriest place on earth, or so they like you to think. This debuts on October 15th from Oni Press, writer George Northey and artist Rachel Arano, who delivers this A cover. We got that was a B cover. Got a C cover from Joe Myung and an A cover from artist Ito, available on October 15th. Over at Titan Comics, we get a second issue of the recently debuting sequel to Blade Runner Black Lotus Las Vegas. This is continuing the story started in the 2021 anime series. And we also get a fourth of 4 issues from Zack Snyder, Gail Simone, and artist Federico Bertoni. It's Rebel Moon Nemesis, with a cover by Yishin Lee. And Titan Publishers debuts this brand new series based on the hit Craniacs trading cards created by lead Garbage Pail Kid card artist Joe Simcoe and top senior executive Ira Friedman. Craniacs TV series in action development from animation studio Titmouse. Innovative reading experience. Oh, it's an innovative reading experience, is it? Read the story of Retrovia, then turn and flip the read about Futura. 2 stories that meet in the middle, which leads into issue 2. Written by Sholly Fish with stunning artwork by Joe Simcoe, who did this A cover. It's got a B cover from Ashley Izyanecki? Sure. C cover from Nicholas Mortensen. And an F full art variant by Ashley Izaniki. Sure. That debuts on October 15th from Titan Comics. And from Udon Studios, we get a new one-shot from Mega Man, this one called Timelines. Far in the future, the digger known as Mega Man, Volnut, has discovered a valuable artifact from the distant past. Could it be the secret to unlocking a long-forgotten technology? Whoopsie. The thieving Tron Bon just wants to know, how much is it worth? It's all new adventures in the halcyon days. It's Mega Man Legends Timelines #1. This is a one-shot with writings from David Oxford, art from Mick Fong, who did this A cover. Got a B cover from Bakun, and a C cover from Jeffrey Chamba Cruz. That's available on October 29th. Orders for any of these variant covers are due this Monday, September 22nd. And wrapping up this small press section, it's Jungle #2 from Keenan Marshall Keller and artist Tom Neely. And we'll move right on over to the bigger small press. This is offerings from Boom Studios on final order cutoff this week. Blink and You'll Miss It #3 from Ethan S. Parker, Keith Browning cover. The Expanse, A Little Death #2. I think #1's debuting this week, or did it just debut? So many comics. From writer Andy Diggle and artist Christian Ward on this A cover. VR Troopers #4 from Dearborn writer Margaret Scott and artist Sebastian Pires with this Torrin Clark cover. Over at Dark Horse, we get a continuance of the Magic the Gathering Untold Stories series, Elspeth #2. And hey, look, we finally get a second issue of Robo-Wolf from writer-artist Jake Smith, available on October 29th. Also available from Dark Horse Comics and debuting on October 29th is Synthetics Part 1. This is the first issue of a 4-issue miniseries from Tony Parker, who also did the cover art and interior art by, this has got J. Michael Straczynski's name on it. Curious. And we finally get a second issue of The City Beneath Her Feet from writer James Tynion IV and artist Elsa Chartier. This has been long delayed due to some unfortunate distribution problems. Now that those things are cleared up, this will be available on FOC this weekend for street date of November 12th. And from Dynamite Entertainment, Darkwing Duck #6 debuts on October 15th. What happened to that art? That's wacky. Oh well. Ooh, look, Herculoids #9. This is the B cover from J. Michael Straczynski. Joseph Michael Linsner is his actual name. Written by Tom Snagowski with interior art by Craig Russo. And we also get the debut of Dynamite Blood Red. Time to die another day. The ravening undead return to resume their feasting upon the living in the newest blood-curdling chapter of Dynamite's all-star supergroup adventures in the dystopic future. From writer Fred Van Lent and interior artist Marco Finnegan, we get an A cover from E.J. Sue. A B cover from Godtail. Sorry about the quality of these image. Hopefully they'll up these soon. David Cousins on C. And a D cover from Will Robinson. It is Dynamite Blood Red, available on October 15th from Dynamite Entertainment. Ooh, here we got some good quality images here. Oh my gosh, calling it Kansas City wasn't enough to throw Godzilla off the trail. The king of the monsters knows it's really in Missouri, and it's on its way. You may have thought your city was too small to attract kaiju. Well, you shouldn't have stuffed it all so full of incredible comic creators. At this point, there's nothing left to do but enjoy it. So, join a star-studded group of Kansas City-based comic creators as Godzilla smashes its smallest city yet. This issue includes stories by Freddie E. Williams II, Baltimore Rivas, and Jake Smith, the artist of RoboWolf. From IDW, it's Godzilla vs. America, Kansas City, available on October 29th. With this A cover from Buster Moody. A B cover also from Buster Moody? I don't know. And Freddie Williams. Godzilla vs. America, Kansas City. Let's see, from IDW, we got Monster High House Haunters number 5. This is a weekly shipping 5-issue miniseries. And it's the final issue. Also, through IDW, we get Valiant Beyond, the Exo Manowar number 2. This is a 4-issue miniseries. Ooh, here's an exciting thing from IDW. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Annual 2025. Yeah, issue number 2025. Now it's annual 2025. After a year apart and a brutal war fought against D.A. Hale and his Foot Patrol, the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are back together and finally reforming their bonds. But there are shadows hanging over them from their year apart, and Donnie is still struggling to get back on his feet. Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Raphael will need to pull together, train, and share details of their lost year in order to help their fourth brother get his second win as they reflect on the past and begin to reforge their brotherly bonds. From the team of Kenny Porter and artist Michael Shelfer, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Annual 2025 with this A cover by Mateus Santaluco. Serge Acuna on B, Jared Collum, and available on October 29th from IDW. Also from IDW, and also on October 29th, it's Return to Sleepy Hollow. This is from the IDW Dark imprint. Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow continues in Return to Sleepy Hollow from Eisner Award-winning author Casey Gilley. Comes a tale of buried truths, decayed bodies, and rotting gods. The Headless Horseman hasn't plagued Sleepy Hollow for 15 years now, but unbeknownst to the residents of the Drowsy Valley, a deeper evil lurks in the roots of the town, and it will stop at nothing to quench its thirst for blood. Ichabod Crane is a man of science, and despite his indisputable brush with the supernatural, has built a name for himself, debunking claims of the occult across the world. However, when he receives a frantic letter urging him to return to Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod must reunite with his now estranged love to investigate a string of strange, unexplained murders. From Casey Gilley, interior artist Savannah Mayer, who also supplies this A cover, it's Return to Sleepy Hollow, with a B cover by Audrey Estock. And a C cover from Abigail Larson. available on October 29th from IDW Dark. And from newer publisher Ignition Press, we get this debut of a series. Well, this is a sequel to a series, now soon to be a television series produced by showrunner Ryan Murphy and premiering on FX this fall. The smash hit comic The Beauty returns to comic shops with a brand new volume from Jeremy Hahn and artist Emanuela Lupacchino. We get this A cover from Jeremy Hahn, Emanuela Lupacchino on B, available on October 29th. It's The Beauty, #1, Ignition Press. And that wraps up our look at these small press comics. Now let's move on up a level to slightly larger small press comics. Now let's move over to... there it is. It's the final order report for Image Comics. And the first thing on the list for Image Comics this week is Artificial #2, which has a release date of October 15th from Maria Lovett. Ghost Pepper #4 from Ludo Lullaby and Adriano Lucas. G.I. Joe #12. This is a standalone Night Force covert op. The first appearance of fan favorite Shooter. Joshua Williamson, Marco Federa, and a Tom Riley cover. Good as Dead returns with its second issue from the Laphams, Maria and David Lapham, who provide interiors and this cover. Ooh, here's an exciting thing. Check this out. I Hate Fairyland #5. Popeye sails into Fairyland. That's right, Popeye. As Gert and Larry sail the ocean's blue in search of a dastardly sea beast that may hold the key to Gert returning home, they find themselves outmatched and in need of help from none other than Popeye the Sailor Man. This is pretty cool because it also features guest art from cartoonist supreme and Detroit area fan favorite Jay Foskett, creator of Bodie Troll. This debuts on October 15th. Invincible Universe Battle Beast returns with a #6 and the end of the story arc from Robert Kirkman and Ryan Ottley. Lucky Devils returns with issue #5 of 9 from Charles Soule and Ryan Brown. And Rogue Sun #30 features a guest appearance from Spawn. And a really cool tribute cover from Abel, who does interiors as well. Spawn #369, breaking records with every issue from Todd McFarlane, Brett Booth, Raymond Gay cover. Spawn Bloodletter #5 of 5. And Walking Dead Deluxe 123 with this David Finch cover. And the next new issue of Witchblade #15, Marguerite Bennett, Arif Prianto, and Giuseppe Cafaro. And we get this debut of a 3-issue miniseries. Hectoplasm returns with this story, Hunt the Bigfoot, from creators Benito Sereno, who is currently writing Blood and Steel. What's the name of it? Yeah, that other series. This features interior art by Derek Hunter and Spencer Holt, and a Ryan Ottley cover on A. A Derek Hunter cover on B. And this debuts on October 15th. And that wraps up our spotlight on Image Comics. Now let's move on over to DC Comics. First thing we got for DC Comics this week is Absolute Flash number 8. Look, it's Flash, not running on this cover, from Jeff Lemire and Travis Moore with the Nick Robles cover. And the final issue of the 12-issue miniseries, Batman and Robin Year 1, from Mark Waid and Chris Samney. Chris Samney cover. Catwoman number 80, cover by Sebastian Fiumara. And Justice League Red number 3 from Saladin Ahmed and Clayton Henry. This is a preliminary cover without colors. It will come in full color. Crypto, the Last Dog of Krypton number 5 of 5, the heartwarming finale from Ryan North, Mike Norton, and this very swell Jay Lee cover. New Gods number 11, the of 12 from Ram V, Evan Cagle, and Nimit Malavia cover. Nightwing 131 and Superman Unlimited number 6. Ooh, we get a DCKO crossover with Titans number 28 from John Layman and Pete Woods. And we'll wrap up our spotlight on DC Comics with Wonder Woman number 26, available on October 15th. It'll have all kinds of swell covers from Tom King and Daniel Sampere. This Daniel Sampere cover on A. All right, let's move right on over to our final order report on Marvel Comics. And the first thing we'll show you today is Fantastic Four number 4. This series has been a lot of fun. In the middle of One World Under Doom, potentially post One World Under Doom. Fantastic Four number 4 features interiors by Humberto Ramos, who did this A cover. We also get a facsimile edition of Fantastic Four number 11 with the first appearance of the greatest offbeat collector's item issue featuring the Invisible Man. And of course, written by Stan Lee with art by Jack the King Kirby. Good old Impossible Man. It's Jeff the Land Shark, number 5, from Kelly Thompson and interior artist Toki Takoro, and this cover by Gurahiru. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, number 39, fallout from the Ultimate Incursion. And Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, number 13, watching over the Wrecker. Jed McKay, interiors from Domenico Carbone, and cover by David Paratore. Predator kills the Marvel Universe, and it does. And he's got some help from Craven the Hunter and writer Ben Percy, with interior art by Daniel Picciotto, and this cover by Lionel Yu, available on October 22nd. As well as Predator Black, White, and Blood, featuring a single issue story by Joe Kelly and artist Alvaro Lopez, with the cover by Nitho Diaz. Spider-Girl number 5 from Torrin Gronbeck and interiors by Andre Risso, with this Marvel Zombies variant by Corinne Howell. You know, they've been making these covers nice, and the Spider-Girl cover is nice and cute with the David Nakayama covers, but you know, anytime they put a brain on a cover, it's gonna get featured. Get a issue 8 from Star Wars Jedi Knights, And Undead Iron Fist returns with the second issue from Jason Liu and artist Fran Galan. This cover by Whilce Portacio. Ultimate Spider-Man rushes towards the end of the second year of the Ultimate Universe from writer Jonathan Hickman and artist Marco Cicchetto. Good times. And Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion number 5. The Ultimate Exit. A showdown with the Maker's Council. Ultimates number 17. Featuring the Ultimate Fantastic Four. From Dennis Camp, Phil Noto interiors and Dyke Rule on cover. Uncle Scrooge, Earth's Mightiest Duck, written by Jason Aaron, with interiors by Ario Anandito, and this A cover by Gabriel Delato. Get that top hat up there. Ooh, we get a facsimile issue of X-Men number 140, classic issue from Chris Claremont and John Byrne, fist to fist with the savage fury of Wendigo. He gonna eat that baby. Don't eat the baby. He's gonna eat the baby. And we get a second issue of X-Men of Apocalypse Alpha. This is a one-shot that kicks off the big Age of Apocalypse, Age of Revelation era from Jeff Loeb, artist Simone DeMeo, and this retreated cover by Lionel Yu. And debuting on November 12th from Marvel Comics, this new miniseries, 1776. Just in time for the 250th anniversary of the birth of our nation, the Revolutionary Warriors assemble. Calamity strikes when a mysterious force dares to tamper with the sacred threads of history. Captain America and his formidable squad of Marvel heroes leap into action. Their mission? To safeguard the founding of America. United States of America, that is. The fate of the nation hangs in the balance at the dawn of the revolution, as these valiant heroes must navigate the treacherous waters of the past to ensure a future that remains untarnished. From writer J. Michael Straczynski and interior artist Ron Lim, we get a host of swell variant covers, including this A cover from Pete Woods, Joe Quesada, Paulo Sequeira, Phil Jimenez homage, harkening back to the guest appearance by Barack Obama in the Amazing Spider-Man series. This swell wraparound cover by Steve Rude. Let's have a look at that. Steve Rude has the best thing. It's 1776, debuting on November 12th. We get a, let's see, this is probably a second volume of Alien versus the Marvel Universe. This is Aliens versus Captain America. We're expecting some more covers off of this, but for now we have this beautiful cover by Lionel Francis Yu, featuring interior art by Stefano Raphael, written by Frank Thierry, and available on November 5th. And October 22nd sees the debut of this one-shot, I think, spinning out of the Age of Revolution. It's Omega Kids. Kid Omega's all grown up. X years later, Quentin Quire protects the team, the dream of mutant supremacy and independence, as head of the Revelation Territories spy network. But when a conspiracy threatens the mutant utopia, Quire and his psychic students have to distinguish friend from foe. Has Quentin got what it takes to carry the dream forward, or will the next generation replace the former revolutionary? From artist Tony Fleeks and interior art by Andres Genolet, we have this A cover from Rod Rice, a B cover from Benjamin Sue, David Baldion Revolution variant, and a Ricky Yagawa character variant, all for Omega Kids, available on October 22nd. Also available on October 22nd is the first issue of the Last Wolverine, filling in for the regular Wolverine series during the Age of Revelation. What happened to Wolverine? X years later, the people of Vancouver cheer a new hero, the wonderful Wolverine, aka the Wendigo, Logan's last student. But what happened to Logan? A secret from Wolverine's past will set the last Wolverine on a mission to uphold his mentor's legacy, unless a dire threat burns it all down first. From Wolverine series writer Saladin Ahmed, and featuring interior art by Edgar Salazar, we get this A cover from Martin Coccolo, Clayton Crane, Mark Bagley, and Ricky Yagawa character variant. It's The Last Wolverine, October 22nd. And that does it for Marvel Comics in this final order report. But before I let you go, let's show you a couple Green Brain events that we got coming up, including tomorrow's big Batman Day. That's right, Saturday, September 20th, all day from noon to 7 p.m. We will be giving out some free Batman Day comics while supplies last. We will have a limited number of some limited Batman Day merchandise for sale. And we will also be offering a percentage off of all of our Batman Detective and other Batman titles in our back issues, as well as a discount on all of our Batman graphic novels. Not new this week. The following Saturday is also Local Comic Shop Day. That's September 27th. We may have abbreviated hours that day for an important event, an important personal event. But we will be open. I believe we're going to be open early that day. We'll kick it off on Saturday, September 27th at 10 a.m. And don't forget to join us back here on YouTube this Tuesday at 6:30 for our weekly live stream preview of New Comic Book Day. From the floor of Green Brain Comics, it's BRAINSCAN. We got so many great new comics to show you, and we're welcoming you to join us on that live stream. We got a great local bunch of supporters and customers populating the chat room. Won't you be a part of it? And we've got a lot of great small press comics coming out next week, including Star Trek: The Last Starship, Skinbreaker from Robert Kirkman and David Finch, and the new Phantom series from Mad Cave. Yeah. And I would like to thank you for joining me on Last Call this week. That's it. That's almost every comic book on Last Call. And you've got until Monday at noon, September 22nd, to order these items and many, many more. Please send and confirm items in your cart before the deadline. Don't forget to stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. also Blue Sky. All the links to our shopping cart website and Comichub are below in the description. Music for this episode provided by BRAINSCAN Productions. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown. Wow, let me just start that over. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. See you tomorrow for Batman Day. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.